So today in this video, I wanted to talk about what I invest on. I know this channel is mainly about marketing and business, but I normally don't talk about investment advice or investment things. So this is something new for me. And I thought I would share because I have a simple plan and things that I do, for a different reason. And maybe this is helpful for you. I don't know. But as you start making money, you need to figure out a way to do things with that money. This is what I do with my money. My name is Bishal Kutwal. I've done over 20 million plus in revenue for myself. I have multiple offers making $50,000 to $100,000 a month at this point, and I make this video to help other people. That's pretty much it. So this video is about what I invest my money on. So let's jump right into it. The first thing that I invest on is real estate. So I personally buy single family or multifamily. Now, I don't have a lot of money that I would buy apartments, but that is my next plan, is that I want to buy 30, 40, 50, even 100 doors. I want to buy like big apartments, and then I can have everything in one place. But at the moment, I only buy single family and multifamily. So we have a couple of single families and multifamilies, and they do pretty well for us. Many people are scared of investing in real estate, but I like it. It's been a good investment. You have to put your money somewhere, right? You can just leave in your bank account, but you have inflation, you have different things. It's always better to have it invested somewhere. Now, I do invest in S&P 500 as well as some other things, but I feel like real estate is the better investment in the sense that I can buy a property and the property keeps paying me, right? So I buy a property for, let's say, even 500K, right? It doesn't matter, whatever the price it is, I buy the property. Of course, you got to make sure it is a good deal. That is also important. Don't buy 300,000 property for 500,000, right? Buy 400,000 property, for 350, right? So buy a good deal. Once you get a good deal, so what we do is that we rent the property. So we don't manage the property at all. We have a property management company. You have a tenant paying anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 a month, right? And that pays for property taxes, that pays for any expenses, and it gives us a profit as well. Not just that, but buying a property is great for your taxes because you have a massive depreciation that you can take from real estate. US laws favor business owner. US laws favor owning property, buying that American dream, right? So if you have property, you can massively depreciate a lot of things. Fantastic for a business owner like myself because I have a lot of money to pay on taxes. So it works out in our favor. Some people like to do Airbnb. If you do Airbnb, you have more tax benefit, but we don't like to do Airbnb because it is more active income, and active income has more tax benefits. For us, it is mainly passive income, which means we put tenant for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and we don't think about it. Plus, it's not even us doing the work, it's property management company. So you have less benefit compared to, let's say, if you were to buy a property to do Airbnb, you're gonna have much more tax benefits. Again, this is not a tax and legal advice, but if you were to talk to your lawyer and CPA, you're probably gonna hear the same thing as well. And this is, again, from me, my experience, and talking to my CPA and lawyers as well. So the next thing that I invest is rental cars. That's right. So I have 3 to 4 rental cars, and it is basically Turo. Okay. So you can go to Turo.com and you can see rental cars, right? This is what we do. This is pretty much what it is, right? We have a car in Boise, Idaho. That's right. Boise, Idaho. We have a car in Colorado. Actually, those are the only 2 states. So we have multiple cars in those 2 states. Basically, what we do is that we have a manager. So we have someone else managing our car in those states. So you can put a date here, save, search. Okay, so if I wanted to rent a car, I would go to Turo, right? And as you can see, I can rent Model 3 for $397 for a week or so, right? So this is basically what we have. Of course, I'm not going to show you which is my car, but out of one of these cars in here is my car. And again, you can see here how much they go for. Turo is interesting business. There's a lot of risks. It's a car that's moving, which means you can get into accident. But of course, there is insurance, other things to protect you. Overall, it is fine. But yes, there can be a problem. The reason why I invest in rental car is that it has better return compared to real estate, but it is short term. Cars go down in value, which means if I buy a car for 30K in 5 years, I may be able to sell that for 15K or even 20K. But if I buy a house for 500K, I can sell that for 700K, 800K in a few years, right? Because real estate go up in value. One of my contractor told me once, they're not making more of it. They're not making more land, right? No one's gonna make more land. And most places, the city, the main city, the whole place is completely booked. There is no place in the city to live. Everybody wants to be in the city. So what do? Bid more for the house. That's what happens. Over time, the value of real estate go up, but over time, the value of cars go down. But even with that, we're able to get so much better return on the car that we're able to justify the value of the car going down. It's really because we aim to buy the car for a good deal. Like we are buying the car on a good deal. So if it's, let's say, 20K car that we're buying, we would only pay 17K, okay? And we will rent that out for like 2-3 years. And of course, when we're selling, we're trying to like get as much money as possible. So again, this is a business for us. So, we're not like, we're not just casual about it. We're paying attention. We're trying to make sure we make profit on every cars we buy and sell. So as soon as there is, a sign, as soon as there is some problem in the car, we fix it, but we sell it right away. We don't hold on to the cars that long. Now, I guess we do hold on to the car for 2 to 3 years, but if the car is giving problem again and again, we don't hold on to it. Now, again, all of this is not by me. We have a manager managing the car. It is on a completely different state. I don't even get to drive, and it is passive. It makes money, and this is fantastic. I like it. Okay. So the next thing that I like to invest my money is in S&P 500, as well as, I would say max out 401k, Roth IRA, HSA, right? We max out everything. My wife has a full-time job, so she has all those. From her income, we max out everything. We don't take much cash from her job, and anything that's remaining, we will put that money in S&P 500. Some people may be like, hey, this stock is going so high, you should invest in this, right? We have those friends, and we don't do that. We don't do that because it takes a lot of mental bandwidth. Let's say I invest in Nvidia. I'm always checking, is it going to 305? Is it going to 315? Is it going to 200? I'm constantly thinking about it, which I don't want. I don't want to think about it because that's not the main thing. I don't want to think about tenants paying me or not. I don't want to think about rental cars, how they're doing. I don't want to think about my S&P 500 investment. I want to be worry-free so that I can focus on the business that actually makes me the money. Let's be honest, I'm not going to get rich by investing in Nvidia. Even if I invest $100,000, Nvidia doubles, I make $200,000. But I can make way more money in a month by doing my business. It just doesn't make sense for me to pick a stock at all. We have way more potential in our business than to pick a stock, worry about it. Now, if that was my job, I would do it, but that's not my job, and I want to focus on the business. The last thing is that I invest in my own companies. For example, if I need to buy something, let's say we have a business and a competitor or a supplement business, always buying this product from one company, then I would be open to buying the other supplement companies. I would buy companies that would help my company, basically. So I would invest in other companies. I'm looking to invest in more small businesses like restaurant or UPS or FedEx, right? Those kind of businesses. But I haven't done that yet because, again, buying a UPS and FedEx, they're a really good business. If you can buy them, they're really good business, but they have a lot of rules around their franchise. Owner has to do certain things. That's why I'm kind of not interested in those at the moment, but I am looking into it. I'm looking for other ways to, again, invest in more small businesses because my goal is to diversify. I want to have multiple real estate, multiple cars, S&P 500, maybe some small businesses, maybe some startup, right? And things so that, hey, if one thing goes down, I have other things going on. That is basically what investing is. And you invest in a good asset. Real estate is good. Rental car is good. S&P 500 is good, right? Overall, S&P 500 is going to make money. So I don't worry about picking stock. If the US market is doing good, I know the S&P 500 is going to go up and, use the rest of the money to buy small companies or do whatever. So that is what I do. That is how I use my money. That is what I invest my money in. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you on the next video.